Patriots beat the Colts 26-3 on Sunday. After the game, several Pats players pointed out that Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard was calling out some of New England's offensive plays before the snap. And in a stunner, Bill Belichick today at his press conference said that was true.
2 or 3 plays for sure that Leonard really, got a big jump on and stopped us basically on those plays. Mosley got a couple of those, a couple weeks ago in the Jets game. It looked like Mosley, almost looked like he heard the play in the huddle. He was on it so fast, and Leonard had a couple like that too. So whether that's something we were giving away or just something that he anticipated based on whatever the keys were that he might have picked up. We certainly want to try to prevent that.
All right, this stunned me. I mean, we've followed this team for a long time. Can you imagine in the middle of the Tom Brady era where if an opponent was stealing plays from these guys or knew it was coming, that Bill Belichick after that game would say, yeah, they got us. It was like they were in the huddle. You're right. Absolutely. Not just this week. Mosley with the Jets. He wasn't even asked about the Jets. And he said, Mosley had him too, 2 weeks ago. So what is up with this, Chris? Why was he so ready to admit that?
I feel like everything Bill does is strategic. Yeah. And this ties back to 2007 and Spygate. See, everybody does it. Everybody knows everybody else's plays.
Do you think that's what this was about?
Yeah, I do, because he's talked about it before. When he talks about it, he's like, hey, we were in a position where we were filming from the wrong place. And he says, there were 65,000 people in the stadium that could see the signals. I think it's one of those things where it's like, hey, this is part of the gamesmanship. Everybody does it. See, guys? See?
I don't think that's it.
I think if in your back in the day example, he would have been happy to address it because of what Chris said. Hey, it's not just us. You guys are making a big deal about this Spygate thing, but a lot of teams have our information. I think what he's probably trying to say right now, maybe it's a message to his coaching staff.
Yes.
Like, tighten this up. Hey, clean this up, baby. You're so obvious that these teams, the Jets know what you're running. The Colts know what you're running. We can't be that predictable. We've got to be a little more complex in what we're doing.
So I wonder, Chris, is he calling somebody out or protecting somebody? All right. So is he, because they're now trying to make nice with Mac Jones, apparently. Does this protect Mac Jones by saying, it's not your fault, man. We're giving away plays and these guys knew it was coming, so it's not Mac Jones's fault? Or is it a way to call out his coaches and say, going into the bye, we can't, and I know that doesn't make sense.
I don't see him calling out the coaches.
Yeah.
So maybe he is trying to appease or assuage Mac Jones. The other thing, though, as I think about this, remember, Bill said at the beginning, I'm responsible for the offense. So if he's saying, basically, these teams have these plays, well, isn't that his fault?
Well, what do you think?
Because he said he was responsible for the whole thing.
If you go by his words, sure. But what do you think? Do you think that the play call?
I don't. Right. But I think that's sort of the follow-up question there. It's like, well, wait, you said you're responsible for the offense, so what are you going to do to make sure this doesn't happen?
Either way, it reflects horribly on the Patriots coaches. Horribly. We remember 2005 when the Jets came in here and Mangini had their signals. Now, he was stealing those, right? Okay?
They were going back and forth. Before Spygate, it was Mangini, Belichick, back and forth.
Patriots players were pissed. I remember Seymour, I think it was Vrabel, saying after the game, we got out-coached.
They did.
So when an opponent has your plays and they know what's coming, that's a reflection on your coaches. So that's a horrible look for the Patriots, that opponents, scrubby opponents too, like the Colts and the Jets, these teams are getting the one up on you. That's a horrible look.
I agree with you, but one more reason I think it's more sort of what I'm saying. They won both games. He passed George Halas. He's on the march to Shula. What is the thing that people try and use to take away from his success?
Yeah, Belichick.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk
does it.
Let's talk about what he's done with the quarterback here in Mac Jones. On Mac Jones, Tommy Curran writes, to see Jones now squirrely, indecisive, leery of getting blasted, and with his feet pattering around, it's not the same player. The Patriots, regardless of how complicit they are in setting him back with the system terminology, philosophical, and coaching change, seem to see the same thing. They didn't take settling for the field goal in the fourth quarter as an indignity. It was an acceptable minor victory. So how about this, that the Patriots have set him back in this regard? Chris, do you agree that they've done that?
I think they have set him back. I can't believe Curran wrote that. He was arguing with me last year on Early Edition that Jones was the top 10 quarterback in the league. Now he's squirrely,
Oh,
pattering his feet.
Hey, Felger, you hear this?
This is unbelievable. I can't believe he wrote that.
You know, Felger, okay, this is what this is all about. Go ahead, Gasper.
No, I'm just saying.
You know what, Gasper, you need to come in one day with like one of those long receipts that you get at CVS.
Hey,
it's like
I'm
nobody,
like Tatum.
I'm telling you, this guy, nobody keeps receipts like Chris
I'm like
Gasper.
Tatum. I need those little slights. I remember them all.
Yay.
So, but look, have they? Yeah, I think they have, based on the offensive system. And I think one thing we didn't maybe realize last year, or at least some of us didn't realize, was that they were sort of protecting him with Josh McDaniels to a degree. And Josh McDaniels is really good at that. He did that with Matt Castle. He did it a little with Jimmy Garoppolo. He can protect a quarterback, make him look better than he really is. And I liked your point, Michael, about, look, I don't think anybody coming into this year thought, okay, out of these Alabama quarterbacks, the guy that's going to be number 3 here is going to be Mac Jones. The guys that are going to take huge leaps are going to be Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa. And to your point, those guys got weapons. Now, the only thing I'd say to your point is the Patriots don't build it that way, and they built it this way this year, thinking we can turn this guy into Tom Brady, and Tom Brady made the talent around him better. We could do the same thing with this guy, and boy, were they wrong.
They have to, though.
But I'm sorry, I just fully reject that his regression is a function of the receivers around him. I think it's a function of the offensive line.
Okay.
That I'll give you. Okay, that's killed him.
It's all.
You know what I'll say?
But these receivers, we were good with going into the year, Mike. I keep reiterating that. They set Kendrick Bourne back.
Sure.
They haven't used Hunter Henry properly. So, they've set those players back, too.
I don't think he has bad receivers. I want to make that clear. I like the receivers on the team. Devontae Parker's hurt. I like him, too.
Sure.
They're just not dynamic.
Yes.
But I would say, okay, let's say it's the coaching staff. That's number one. But I think it's probably, you got about 5 number. It's no clear-cut number one. And if that is your clear cut, it's 17% coaches. It's 14% offensive line. I think it is 12% playmakers. And maybe another 9 or 10%. How do we keep forgetting? Mac Jones was out for a month with a major injury. So this was his second full game back after a high ankle sprain. He didn't have to look over his shoulder. He's not being protected by his offensive line, nor was he being protected by the guys on the sideline. This is the second full game where he can just look at the field, and it wasn't great, but he hasn't been back that long. So I think that factors into it as well.
Now let's get some verbiage from Gasper. On the State of the Pats at the midway point, Chris wrote, more than halfway through the year, it's tough to know what to make of the Patriots. They're an enigma. They possess a talented and stingy defense that chews up bad teams and shaky quarterbacks. The defense can be downright dominant, but the offense is backsliding. They managed just 203 yards, and Jones' second-year leap has become a fall off the quarterback cliff. In short, neither the team nor its quarterback has been very convincing. Plus, weirdly, the Patriots still find themselves in the basement in the AFC East. The final 8 games against better quarterbacks and better competition are going to tell the story of the season. They are going to define this team. Are you optimistic or pessimistic for them down the stretch?
If those are the two choices, I would say, pessimistic. I think the defense is legit. And the defense, much like last year, will give them a chance in almost all the games. But offensively, what I've seen the last couple of weeks, some of these scoring drives, they're not even drives. 4 plays for 4 yards, field goal against the Jets. 2 plays, 2 yards, touchdown on a one-handed catch by Ramondre Stevenson. If they didn't have, the kicker's the MVP, at least offensively. If they didn't have a great kicker, they're not winning some of these games. I don't think you can survive in today's NFL with this kind of offense, and they couldn't do it last year either down the stretch.
I think Mac Jones looks shaky. He's got 4 touchdown passes this year. I think the offensive line has been bad. I think the coaching has been a little spotty, and yet I'm optimistic.
Okay.
Because of what's going on around the Patriots. They're 5-4. They're in the basement of the AFC East. They're behind the Jets, who are a half game behind the Bills. They got the Jets coming in. They've beaten the Jets on the road. You know what? Realize this. The winner of this game, Jets-Patriots, when they play again, the winner of this game will either be a half game out of first place, could be, that's the Patriots, or in first place, in a tie for first place, the Jets could be in first place. So the AFC East, my point is the AFC East is very winnable, and all these problems, and you look around, the Bills are supposed to be dominant. They're supposed to be running away with this thing.
Yeah.
They're 0-2 in the division so far, and so I'm looking around like, yeah, I'm not that great, but you're not that great either. So I feel like I got a shot.
Well, why, they lost 3 or 4 straight to Miami?
Who the Patriots?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so they're still there.
Oh yeah, 6-3.
Okay, and
Miami 6-3. Patriots are 5-4. Jets are 6-3.
How have you matched up with Buffalo recently? So, like, I mean, I don't know how wide open that really is for the Patriots. It might be wide open for the
I'm
Dolphins.
telling you, I find it hard. But I was arguing with Ted Johnson over the weekend, and he was like, "Oh, this team's not good." I said, "Ted, you mean to tell me as a competitor, you're going to be in a locker room as a competitor? Forget about what we think. As a competitor, you're in a locker room." You got 5 wins, the other guys have 6, and you feel like you got no shot? I'm sorry. Hey, you should have killed me a long time ago. You should have taken me out when I was 1-3.
But the one thing I'll say to you, though, is, this was the part of the schedule where we felt like they would make hay. And to their credit, they did, right? They won 4 out of 5.
Right.
So that was sort of expected. Now the schedule gets tougher.
So how do you see that? It really comes down to this. How do you
last
see
8 are tougher.
How do you see the Jets? How do you see the Jets as a good team? Because I think that will. You wrote
yes.
These last 8 games will define them.
Yeah.
Well, the first one of the 8 is against the Jets.
I think
and
the Jets
you probably didn't take them seriously when the Patriots beat the Jets. Nobody really said that was a great win.
Yep.
That was a pretty good win. So
Don't.
The Jets can't get any help in here. No help.
But I'll tell you why. Styles make fights, and that type of the Jets. They're not a bad team.
Right.
But it's an ideal matchup for the Patriots because of the quarterback. Because the quarterback can't help himself. And they will always feast on bad quarterbacks. And he is a bad quarterback.
I know it's early, but you're going to pick the Patriots to beat the Jets again? You expect them to beat the Jets here at Gillette?
I would, yes.
So
I would.
If you're 6-4 with 7 games to play, and Buffalo may not have, Josh Allen.
No, then it's a different story. Yeah, if Josh Allen's not playing, it's a different story.
You don't know. And Felger, they might be frauds who make the playoffs. Both things can be true. They were frauds. Last year they were frauds who made the playoffs. Why not this year?
There you go. Patriot propagandist, Michael Holley.
I'm telling the truth. Hey, you guys are ignoring it. I'm a truth teller. I predicted.
So you think they're going to moonwalk into the playoffs? Is what you're saying?
It's not moonwalk. It's just you got to look at what's happening around you. If the best team in your division.
Well, you said if they don't have Josh Allen. Let's be honest. If Josh Allen's out, that's moonwalking in.
UCL, man, it's a major injury.
It is, but I'm just saying you brought up Josh Allen not playing, which is legit. But if you don't have to face a healthy Josh Allen, that's moonwalking in.
That's part of it. What I'm telling you is last year they won 10 games.
Yes.
I predicted 10 again this year. They're halfway there. So, Chris, I'm sorry that you can't see. I'm sorry you can't see the future like I can.
I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry you don't have the vision
that I have. Part of your thing is Josh Allen is hurt. Then you got to admit that the team's backing in.
I'm about my injuries, football.
Okay.
I can't help that.
We'll pick this up next time. We got 2 weeks to talk about this one.